Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVS Audio in Roselle, New Jersey, and Daytona, Florida. So this is an update on Project BLK Thanos. We've been working on the car, so the door panels are now done. All the wiring is done. The subwoofer enclosure is done and mounted in place. The rear trim panels for the rear doors that you can see out the back window with two mids on each side is complete. The battery rack is finished. The AGM batteries that they had previously installed were overloaded and they were shorted, and we could not get them to charge back up. So we had to switch over to limitless retro 56s. So now we're at 112 amp hours with the lithium bank, and then we have the capacitor bank to back it up. We're able to charge and bring his capacitor bank to life. So now the car's gonna have plenty of current. Kyle built a rack to house the capacitor bank. Then the amp rack for the amplifiers that run all the mids is behind the subwoofer enclosure. On the top part, underneath it, it has the rack for the capacitors, and then above that will be the rack to house the lithium batteries. We are running the subwoofer amplifier. We mounted it to acrylic and made a plate, lit the plate up, so and that's going to cover the batteries in the trunk, and then you'll be able to see the motorized bottle for the air ride. Underneath that you'll see the amplifier. The batteries will be completely hidden, but there's going to be 4 bolts with threaded inserts that hold the amplifier to the floor. So if you have to get to the capacitor battery bank, you unbolt the 4 machine screws, slide the amplifier forward, service the batteries, and then slide the amplifier back in place. So we made it strong and serviceable. It's been a long journey to get to this point, because every time we worked on a different section of the car, there was something we had to fix. They were holding the old subwoofer enclosure in with radio straps, so we had to modify that part of the car and create brackets to hold the enclosure. So we ended up using threaded rods to hold the enclosure through the rear deck. God forbid this car gets into an accident, I swear to you the subwoofer enclosure is the only part that's not going to move. So we have the subwoofer enclosure done, all the wiring done, we have the battery rack done, the capacitor bank done. We are working on the big amp now. We're tying in all the wires for the air ride. The car will be done in the next few weeks, hopefully, if we don't run into any more issues. We are in the home stretch now. It's been a heck of a time. I'm happy I was able to help the client out, but it's not something I would like to get into again. It was just too much work. If we had started with a solid foundation, it would have been a lot easier, but now he has a solid foundation to build off of. He can change the car 10 times, and then the wiring is solid, the mounting of the batteries is solid, the enclosure is solid. So since he's got a solid foundation to build off of, changes are going to be cosmetic and simple. So here's some pictures of the current process. So previous shop glued some LED strips to the back of the amp to light it up. Me and Kyle are gonna try and do a little bit better. So we have some frosted acrylic that we're about to cut down, router out, and edge light it to create a better effect.